DFW. Let's go. Texas. Where y'all tapping in from? I'm in Houston, so we got Texas in the house for sure. Age time. I don't know what that is. We're gonna have to keep going. All right, let's see. All right, so if you are a newbie, if you're brand new, I'm talking about like brand new, have not placed a trade yet, give me a 1 in the chat. That lets me know you're a beginner, you have not placed a trade, you're just getting started with trading, you don't even know what anything is. Go ahead and give me a 1 in the chat if you're brand spanking new. I feel like nobody is brand new. I feel like everybody is pretty much a veteran. That's what I'm feeling like. I think everybody's a veteran here, pretty much. If I get a newbie, somebody let them know to drop a 1 in the chat so I know what to go over. But as of right now, listen, what y'all want me to go over? What is it that everybody is struggling with? I know what I'm going to go over. I am going to go over liquidity. That is something that I need to go over and I want to go over. I want to go over the new BAZ upgrade. But we're going to jump into everything. Markups, okay. We're going to go over marking up your charts. We could do that. And what else? Don't be scared to type in the chat now. Entries, pullbacks. Okay, cool. Back testing. Okay. We could do that as well. Cool, cool, cool. Say less. And don't be scared to I think y'all can unmute. Y'all know how I like to rock. Like I don't this is y'all could talk back to me. I like to interact with everybody. Even know if you could do that on here.
Yo.
What's up, T?
What's up? Hey, yo, I would turn on the camera, y'all, but I would probably scare y'all. I'm getting my hair did. But I just want to say shout out to everybody that's on this call right now. Cause yo, you be sending out some fire calls that we set this up for the week.
Hey.
So I think Favor put in there back testing. Everybody on here pretty much is a vet. So just make sure while she's talking, if everybody could just make a note and then go back tomorrow or tonight when we get off this call and just mark it up on a practice chart, take it in a demo account, and then just use that as your notes. So when you're trading on your own, you got that confidence. So shout out to you for getting on the call with us. I'm like, Favor, you did leave us for a minute. We was a little nervous, but we know you got life. A huge shout out to everybody on this call, y'all. Let's have
For sure, for sure. Shout out to T Money. Hey man, real talk, T Money is the one that be taking my trades. And she sees like, hey, Lenzo, you really got the juice, homie. So she be hyping me up. So shout out to T Money, man. I really appreciate that. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. That way we can all start seeing and looking at the same thing. Dr. Sam, what's going on? How you doing this evening? Or should I say morning where you are?
I'm excellent. How are you guys doing as well?
Hey, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Cannot
Lovely.
complain. It's
Lovely.
a beautiful day here in Texas. It's daytime here, so
Yeah, I'm just about to shut my eyes right now. I just thought I'll just come in on the call and just chill for a few minutes.
I appreciate you for showing your face or for getting on the call.
Definitely, definitely.
Yes. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen, guys. We're going to get in the charts real quick. We're going to see what the market is looking like. I am going to go over everything that you guys are having troubles with, as well as the BAS indicator. Okay, I like to go over the BAS indicator because it is very accurate. I will say. Also, and I've been incorporating it with I'm not gonna say my strategy, but just how I trade in general. And I've been finding it very, very helpful. And talk about cutting your losses, man, it's been dope. It's been really dope. I'm gonna move this real quick. No, I don't want to upgrade. But I have to move this in order to see. There we go. Now I can see. Okay. That. All right. So I like to start on a daily. All right. We are looking at GBP, JPY. As y'all know, hey, this is Bay. I typically trade gold and GJ. Okay. Those are the two pairs I love to stick with. I know a lot of you guys love to see indices. Y'all like to trade NAS and US 30. And those pairs are cool. However, I'm a slow boogie type of gal. You feel me? I like to get in, I like to see, I like to, I like for the market to come to me. I don't like to chase the market. I don't like to be on edge. I don't like to feel anxiety of any sort. I like to chill. I like to relax. And I like to say, okay, this is how the market is going to move. You come to me and let's let it ride. So that's why I typically trade GJ or gold. As far as gold, we all know that gold has been in an uptrend for like maybe the last 2 years. So I have definitely been looking for the buy entries on gold. Okay. So once again, when it comes to these pairs, when it comes to the pairs trending, you always want to go with the trend and not against the trend. Okay. For the last few days, GJ has definitely been showing us an uptrend. Okay, so I have been looking for buys, been catching the buys. Last week we had some good momentum for the buys on GJ. All right, so right now it's still looking like on the daily, it's still looking like we're looking for buys. We're going to be looking for buys. It's still giving us that pull up, that upward pull. So we're going to just mark it up real quick. Okay. Whoever said markup, I believe it was Queen E. We're going to go ahead and start marking up our chart. So I typically go off the first two candles. It depends on what the market looks like, okay? Today, I'm going to take the first two candles, the last two candles, instead of the last three, all right? So I'm going to do the last two. Take a horizontal line. I'm going to take the top of that candle. Let me know if y'all can see my screen. Type it in the chat if y'all can see my screen.
We can see the screen.
Okay,
and you're
cool.
going with the last two because the market just opened today, right?
That's correct. And the
Okay.
market closed on Friday. So I want to get that Friday candle.
Okay.
And sometimes I will take the Thursday candle depending on what the Friday candle looked like. But since it looked pretty good, I'm going to go ahead and just take the Friday candle. So I take the top and the bottom. Okay. And so before I start making all these colors, let me tell y'all that my chart is my orange is bearish, which is for sales. My white means bullish, which is for buys. Okay, so my candles that are orange are for bearish sales, and my white candles are for buys, which is bullish. Okay, what you see me doing is creating my supply and demand zones. All right, typically, let me just show you what I do. Typically, I type out. Since I already know it's a supply zone, I put sell millionaire, and then for my buy, for my demand, I put buy millionaire. That's how I speak to myself. You guys may speak to yourself some other way, and that's what you should put for your chart. All right, so that's it. That's what I do, and then I drop down to the 4-hour chart. I see what we're looking like. Okay, drop down to the 1-hour chart. I see what we're looking like. Let me stretch it out. Stretch out my candles. Okay, so we have a gap. We have a gap right here that lets me know that this gap must be filled. All right. Lets me know that this gap must be filled. Go down to close this gap and then push back up again. So yeah, we're gonna have to come down to close this gap. So it's gonna fall down to close the gap, and then it's gonna come back up. That's what we're anticipating as of right now on the 1 hour. All right. Even on the 15-minute. Yep. Yep. See, we have a sell side liquidity. We have a buy side liquidity. That is perfect. Yeah, it's gonna sell off and then it's gonna buy back up. Perfect. That's perfect. Let me actually turn the BAS block off because I don't want to confuse anybody right now. I just want us to have a clean analysis off rip. Okay, so right now the market is open. However, we have these small candles right here. When y'all see small candles like this, it represents consolidation, or maybe the market is closed. Okay, so I want y'all to know, like, when y'all see small candles, that means like do not trade. Okay, don't trade when your candles are super small like that. That means the market is moving sideways and it has not created a trend. All right, this is just sideways action. Sideways action. That means the market was not trending at this time. Okay, just letting y'all know. This is probably like the slowdown of Friday, or maybe Thursday going into Friday, possibly. But it wasn't much going on for sure. But we also have to remember that Thursday for us is Friday for the Great British Pound. So yeah, it definitely wasn't doing much. All
I'm
right.
sorry to interrupt, but I just want to make sure I'm following correctly.
Yes.
So the gap that you're talking about is between that orange and that white candle with the space is missing, right?
Yes, this is the
So
gap.
it's going to sell. Do you think so? We would suspect that it sell down to fill up that gap.
Yes.
Okay.
It's already been filled. Like, it's a gap right here. It's already been
Mhm.
filled, but I am suspecting that it's going to still come down.
Okay.
When I drop down to the 15-minute, I can see that it's already been filled versus this one. It doesn't seem like it seemed like it was created right here. They attempted to fill the gap, but it wasn't a lot of momentum right here in between this candle. Like, it's a gap right here. This is a gap right here in between this candle and this candle. You know, so that's why I'm saying that it's going to drop down it's going to drop down and then it's going to come back up. That's what I'm saying. It's just real gappy right here in this whole area for me. So in order to fill all of this gappage, it's going to have to drop down. It's going to have to build some momentum. But on the 15-minute chart, you can definitely see, all the gappage. It's just too many gaps. So it's going to have to gain some momentum to do something. Okay, what we didn't do, y'all. What did we not do before we looked at the market? Somebody put it in the chat. What do we always do before we start marking up our charts?
We didn't check the news.
There we go. There we go. Shout out to y'all. See, y'all really do be paying attention. I love that. I love that. Okay. So normally before we really start marking up our charts, we check the news, okay? Typically, that's what you're supposed to do. You're always supposed to check the news to make sure you don't have any issues when it comes to like movement. All right. So I love to use Forex Factory. That is like my favorite news. However, you will see most educators or other educators use something else like my Forex book or another type of website, right? However, listen, Forex Factory ain't never let me down, so this is what I rock with. Okay, so we have Sunday. Today is Sunday for everybody in the US, and I believe for Dr. Sam and Favor, y'all are in a whole another day. It's Monday over there. So y'all are right here on Monday, okay? Y'all may have a red folder. I don't have a red folder for GBP. No, yeah, good. Okay, GBP looks good. So typically your yellow folders are good to go. You might as well paint it green, okay? Yellow is good. That means go. Yellow means you don't have any news. The market is clear, okay? When you have something that's orange, it's kind of like a caution sign. It's kind of like, be cautious, but still be, still maneuver. You may have something that may shake the news a little bit, but it shouldn't affect your pair. Okay. Red means you're definitely going to have news that's going to affect that particular pair. Okay. I honestly listen. Every time I trade news, I it doesn't work out good for me. So I typically, I'd like to tell everybody that I am educating, do not trade during news, especially if you're a beginner, okay? Because news will have you thinking like, man, I don't know what I'm doing, okay? So when you see red boxes, just don't even trade. Analyze. Analyze what the market is doing when you see a red box on your particular pair, okay? Now people like Nate or Seven, they love news. Okay. They live for news. They live for that red box. They're like, okay, I got a red box on USD. Let me go ahead. Let me look at SPX, or let me look at US 30 and see what it's going to do. Okay. That's because when we have US news and it's red, a red box, that lets us know the market is either going to shoot up or shoot down. Okay. So you have a 50-50 chance on winning a particular trade. Okay. Then you have your analysis. What is it going to do? Right. Sometimes you're successful, sometimes you're not successful, depending on who's speaking and what type of news is going to come out that day. All right. So typically, the news can be a really good thing if you know how to trade news. All right. I'm not that girl. I'm not there yet. So I'm letting y'all know you have to be an expert, okay, in order to trade news. So us beginners, I let y'all know, listen, take it easy on the news when it's a red box, a red folder, right? Because the news will get you smacked. And I know y'all seen some of the educators get smacked when it comes to news. I'm telling y'all, be cautious, be careful when it's news. So red box news, cut it out, chill, all right? Orange box news, be cautious, but still trade. Yellow news, yellow box news, you good. You can ride that thing all day. You can watch the news, but still do your thing. Okay. Still stick to your strategy, still follow your rules. We're good. All right. As far as GBP, JPY, it's telling us that there is a bank holiday for JPY, right? It's also telling us that GBP does not have any news today, so we should be good. All right. So I'm going to look at the currency strength. Since today is a bank holiday for JPY all day, it's not going to be much movement for the JPY. So that lets me know that the currency strength is going to be weak. Okay. So when the JPY currency strength is weak, that means you're looking for a buy. The GBP currency strength is the one that's going to be moving. Okay. So we're probably going to be looking for a buy. Maybe. All right. So wait, can y'all see my screen? Y'all can see my screen, right? I'm just making sure because y'all know I'll be talking and then I won't be able to see. Y'all won't be able to see. Okay, cool. Y'all can see. Perfect. All right. So we are going to go from the news to the currency strength. I like to start off with this currency strength meter. All right. Right now, it's telling us that GBP is the stronger currency strength than JPY. Now, if the roles were reversed, if JBPY was a stronger currency, we'd be looking for a sell instead of a buy. Okay. But since GBP is the stronger currency, then we're looking for a buy instead of a sell. All right. So that's a confirmation right there. That's one confirmation. As of right now, we're looking for a buy. That's one confirmation. Okay. So all these ads. All right. So now we're going to look at FinViz. It's another one. And if y'all need these, I'm going to drop these in the chat. Let me go ahead and drop this in the chat real quick. I love Tim's. My bad. That's my song. There we go. All right. So there's one. The other one I like to use is called FinViz. We're gonna go to FinViz. And FinViz is also the truth, okay? So let me go and drop this in the chat as well before I forget. All right, FinViz. Okay, so you see how everything is either maroon, green. This right here, I don't know what this is. This is like letting me know that the market is indecisive as of right now. It hasn't really like kicked in yet. It's not quite open. So GBP, JPY pair doesn't really kick off until like 7:30. So it's not quite open yet. Okay, that's letting me know that this particular market is not quite open yet. Okay. Now, when you see gold, okay, I see gold. Gold is green, real green. It's like bright green. All right. It's letting you know that gold's market is in a buy. We're going to be looking for a buy for gold. So when we go look at gold and we go to mark up gold here in a minute, we're going to be looking for buys. Okay. Same thing. So sometimes when these are like maroon, is letting us know, okay, the market is like freshly opening up. They're like maroonish. Everything's getting ready to set up. Tomorrow, when y'all go to FinViz, everything's going to be bright. Okay, you're going to see bright reds. You're going to see bright greens. You're going to see all that. All right. That's letting you know the trend. Okay, right now, everything's getting ready to set up. Okay, everything's getting ready. It's like opening its eyes. The blood is about to pump. That's what the market is doing right now. Okay, so we should be expecting, Euro USD to possibly sell. Okay, it's a possibility right now. She hasn't decided quite yet, but just look back in the morning. Look back in the morning at 08. Okay, or wherever time I know the market opens up at maybe 6 o'clock in the morning. So 6 o'clock in the morning, open your eyes. And she should be bright red. Okay. So these are basically other indicators and other confirmations that let you know, okay, I should be looking for buys and sales and what pairs we should be looking at to buy and sell. Okay. That's another currency strength meter, just differently. Okay. If you are a person that looks for pictures, if you are a picture type of person or a colorful type of person, this will help you say, okay, I can identify. Instead of looking at the chart and saying, hey, is the market in an uptrend or a downtrend? This is going to help you. Okay. Colors. If you were like me, a colors person or a picture person, this is going to help you say, oh, the market is in an uptrend. Oh, the market's in a downtrend. Just by looking at FinViz. All right. So it's another cheat sheet that I like to use, basically. And yeah, that's what we look at. So right now, like I said, GBP JPY hasn't quite told us what we in, but we've already looked at the currency strength. Also, you can look at the bottom and it'll tell you. Right now, this is what the currencies are looking like. USD is not looking good. The currency for USD is not looking good. It doesn't have much strength right now. But we'll see. We'll see what it's looking like later on. Like I say, it's Sunday. The market just opened. So we'll give it some time to breathe. But as of right now, I am looking for, like I say, I'm looking for the market to go ahead and come on down here to go back up. Okay. Last week, let me see.
They say, oh, I got you work for me.
Jada.
You're right, the more you put down.
There we go. There we go. All right. As far as the BAZ indicator goes, let me show you how I maneuvered a great trade last week. Actually, not me, but let me show you how to take your entry. Not even with the indicator. Let me just show you how I take my entries in general, okay? Because I did see somebody say entries in the chat. Okay. So I'm a Fibonacci girl. Okay. I don't know how to do anything other than whatever else everybody else teach y'all. I know how to do what I do. I'm a Fibonacci chick. Okay. So if we know that the market we're looking for a buy. All right. I will literally go from the bottom to the top. We know that the lowest of the low came right here. The market came here for, it wasn't long. It was like this is a retracement candle right here. And it have momentum, but it touched down right here. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take it from this low, this last low. Or I could take it from this low. Take it from this low. On the 15-minute. I take it from the last low and I go up, right? Boom. So then I'll take a line and I'll take it from the bottom to the top, and then I'll also, boom, take a line and put it right there to my gold zone. The gold zone is pretty much, it's just where I know the market is gonna come back to, okay? I turn it white because that's my buy color. I turn it white. What do we do? We always put it as buy millionaire. Right? And then my stop loss, I'll put my stop loss as this line right here. I'll turn this red so I'll know that it's stop loss. Okay. And then my TP1, 1 and 2. So I do TP1. I do my TP1 right here. Change it white. So I use my Fibonacci tool to do all of this, y'all. Okay. TP1. Then I'll go ahead and do a TP2. TP2. Right? TP2. And then that's pretty much it, right? So then after I'm done with my TP1 and my TP2, I'll go ahead and I'll delete my Fibonacci tool, okay? And that is typically how let's go ahead and put my stop loss right here. Stop loss, okay? That's typically how I mark up my chart, okay? TP1, TP2, you make it bigger so you can see. Let me move this over here, make it bigger, and then bring this down. And this up here. There we go. All right, so we have TP1, TP2, and we have our buy entry, okay? So the reason why this is our buy entry is because it has multiple touches. All right, multiple touches. The market has come here multiple times, and you've seen that you've been able to buy a clear buy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times you've been able to get an entry off of just being in this area, okay? And it's literally, you've been able to hit TP1 1, 2, 3 times. And to keep going up, you can't make this up, okay? Literally, it'll hit TP1, TP2, just by marking the chart off of our Fibonacci tool, okay? So had we taken this trade in the past, we literally would have been in profit, okay? But listen, same tool. We know that the market repeats itself. It's still going to do the same thing. Okay, so whether you mark it up, whether you use the same entry or not, it's still going to come back to that zone. We're looking for a buy. Again, it's still, the market has to come down to come back up. Okay, it's still going to do the same exact thing. Says, do you only use the 15-minute? I only use the 15-minute for my markup, for my entries. Okay, so sometimes I do look at the 1 hour for my entries as well. So typically I'll do my markup on the daily, drop down to the 1 hour. We'll look at the 4 hour. I always look at the 4 hour as well to see what the market has done. Okay, then I drop down to the 1 hour. All right, drop down to the 1 hour, and I will draw my fib and get my entries and everything on the 1 hour. But typically, I love the 15-minute because it's just in and out. The 15-minute is always accurate with me when it comes to entries. So sometimes I do it on the 1 hour, but majority on the 15-minute. Now, anything you do on the 1 hour is going to reflect on the 15-minute as well. So just letting you know that. So if I drew this whole thing on the 1 hour, it's going to reflect on the 15-minute. So it's going to be the exact same. The exact same. Nothing's going to change. Okay. Even look, let me see. Boom. It's good. It's the same thing. 1 hour, it's the same thing, just spread out a little bit more for you to see. I could bring it in a little bit. Okay. And then also, so if you do not want to use your Fibonacci tool and you just want to trade off of your supply and demand zones, you were able to do that. Okay. Because we have those supply and demand zones for a reason. The market always it goes in between your supply and demand zones. So if you do not want to take entry that is before your demand zone, you could just wait until the market comes back into your demand zone and take the entry off of your demand zone. So I don't want you guys to think, oh, I have to, I don't want another entry. It's based off of you. So now you have two entries. You can either take it off of your demand zone or you can take it before it gets to your demand zone. It's really based off of how you feel and what you want to do. Okay.
I have a question.
Yes,
Well,
go
I
ahead.
have a ask. Could you do the Fibonacci tool one more time for me?
Absolutely. Let me go ahead and delete all this.
Just so I can see what, because I mean, I got a glance of it, but I didn't really get to see what it looked like before you changed the colors on the lines.
I got you. I got you. Let me move this real quick. I'm gonna draw it on an hour chart. Oh, I took away my demand line. My bad. Hold on, let me go back to the daily because I took away my demand line, and I need that. Make that white.
My mama said this ice cream is very good. They feel it.
Dion, can you please mute yourself, love? That ice cream, that sound real good though. I ain't gonna lie to you. That ice cream, boy, that sound real good right about now.
Right.
I love a good ice cream on Sunday. Sunday and ice cream go together. I don't know about y'all, it just go together.
That's funny. He on a Zoom call.
Okay, there we go. So now we got our daily. Drop down to the 1 hour. All right, cool. This looks good. I keep having to move this. I'm gonna actually. There we go. Okay, so we'll be looking for a buy. Let's go to the Fibonacci tool. Is right here. Fibonacci retracement tool. So your retracement basically means for a pullback. I saw somebody else say earlier that they had issues with pullbacks, entries and pullbacks. That's what the Fibonacci tool is for. It's for pullback. So remember I told y'all, I always preach that your entries are your pullbacks. So if you're looking for an entry on a buy, like we're looking for an entry for a buy, right? As of right now. Okay, we know the market is going down. Okay, it's going to go down and it's going to come up, right? And it's going to pull back. Okay, the pullback is going to be the retracement that we're looking for. Okay, that would be your entry for the buy. So the retracement tool, which is the Fibonacci tool that we have right here, this is the entry that we're going to take. That's what the tool is for, okay? It's already set up for you to take a pullback, okay? So the gold zone. This is typically I use the gold zone or the 50. These two is where the market always comes back to. Almost all the time, okay? No matter if you're doing a buy or a sell. And I'm gonna teach you, I'm gonna do both, okay? So I'm gonna do a buy and I'm gonna do a sell for both, okay? So this is our buy. This is our buy right here. Buy millionaire, right? We're not even gonna do the the TP1, TP2. We're not even gonna do that right now. I'm just gonna do the buy and the sell, okay? We're gonna do the buy. All right, so we know that the market is gonna drop down. It's already dropping down. It's already, well, it's going up, but we know it's gonna drop down, right? It's going up to come down. And when it comes back down, we know that it's gonna come down to the 50 or the 61.8, which is our goal zone, okay? That's what we know. It always does, okay? The 61.8 is the pullback zone. So write that in your notes, pullback zone. And that's your pullback entry for your buy, all right? Now, we're going to take the Fibonacci tool, and I'm going to teach you how to do it for a sale. Okay, so we see the highest point. When you do it for a sale, you take it from the highest to the lowest. Okay, we just did it from the lowest to the highest for a buy. But for a sale, you do it from the highest to the lowest. Okay, and we're on the 1 out. All right, so you take it from the highest, which is up here, to the lowest, which is down here. Right? Let me take it from the candles right here. Yeah, those candles right there. Boom. So we know that the market is coming up, right? This is already really the pullback. That's wild. It's already really the pullback. It came down and it's pulling back. It's going up. That's the pullback. And then the drop, right? So it's already in the pullback zone. However, put another line right there. And we're going to turn this line orange because our sales are orange, okay? So this would be our entry for our sale, okay? So your chart will look like this. If this confuses you, you can always change your supply and demand to supply and demand to make it easier on you, all right? So that way you can see, okay, these are my entries. My supply zone, my demand zone, my 2 entries, okay? Just to make it easier on you. All right, even when you drop down to the 15-minute chart, same exact thing. You have your entries. You have your sell entry. You have your buy entry. Okay, same exact thing. Now this is gonna blow your mind. All right, this is gonna blow your mind. When I turn on the BAZ, we're gonna turn on the BAS block, right? I'm going to turn off the liquidity pool because I don't want to confuse y'all. I'm gonna turn that off. Right? Turn off the liquidity pool, but I'm going to turn on the order blocks and the breaker blocks. Turn them on. Right? That's a big bass block right there for your buy millionaire. So the buy millionaire, you're in the right zone. Let me go back to the 1 hour. Perfect. It all lines up. Your supply. Your supply zone is perfect for your sale. Oh, we do have a BAS block right here. A strong BAS block. So maybe we shouldn't have marked up the sale because we know that the market is bullish. However, that's a great thing to know. That's a great thing to know. But if this turns another color, then y'all know, take your sell right here. But it's perfect. It's perfect. Your demand zone is perfect for a BAS block. You see. So when you mark up your supply and demand zones, they are perfect. Okay. Your buy millionaire is perfect. Your entry is perfect. Look at there. Look at that big candle. Look at that momentum. It's perfect. All right. So letting y'all know your entries are perfect. Your supply and demand zones are perfect. Everything is pretty much perfect. That's crazy, right? You cannot go wrong using your supply and demand, marking up your supply and demand on the daily, okay? Because it's always going to match up with your BAS blocks, all right? You cannot go wrong using your Fibonacci tool, all right? And then when you turn on your BAS blocks, everything works out. To check your work, it all works out. The money, that's correct. Able, Portuguese. Oh, no habla. I wish, I wish. I wish. We do have somebody able. We do have a new educator. I think he speaks Portuguese. Let me see. No, I think he speaks Portuguese. Let me see. Okay. Okay, well, let me double check though, because I want to say, I want to make sure that you get on the right. I want to plug you in because I do know that we have a new educator, and I want to make sure. I want to make sure. Oh, so hold that thought. Let's see. There's so many of us now. It's like 20 of us. Think he has a session yet. I think his name is like Emil. He's brand new. Okay. Also, I wanted to go over liquidity with you all. I want to show y'all liquidity and how it works. Because hey, listen, it's gonna change your life. Okay, so we're gonna erase the sell millionaire. So now we know that this can actually change to a buy millionaire because that's a perfect BAS block right there. But I just wanted to show you how to draw your sales. It's the same thing, same concept as the buy, except you go from the top to the bottom instead of the bottom to the top. Okay, so we're gonna change this to buy millionaire.
But Lenzo, taking sales here, wouldn't it be like trading against a trend?
That would be trading against a trend. Yes, it would be. But I just wanted to teach you guys how to draw a cell with the Fibonacci tool. That's all I was doing. So I wasn't telling you to take the cell. I was just showing you how to use the Fibonacci tool with the cell.
All
So
right.
Do not take that trade, all right? Do
Thank
not
you.
take that trade. That's why we're changing this to a buy, all right? The only trade you could take is the buy. Because we've already established that it is in a buy. Now, if anything changes, we'll let you know. Also, hold on, let me turn the bass block off because I didn't show y'all another tool that we use, right? We like to use the long tools and the short tools, okay? So, y'all seen these before, right? Y'all seen this tool before. Typically, I like to, this is an easier tool to use just for counting your pips, okay? Now, I like my stop losses to typically be like 25 to 30. However, yeah, I'll do 20. If I can get it 25, let's see. About 24 is cool. And then I'm gonna take put it right here. TP it'll be right there. Target. So that'll be like 93 pips. All right, 93 pips from my entry all the way. So if you double click on, if you have it set, this is the long position. This literally long means buy, okay? Typically, when you want to enter into your trade, okay, say you have your long tool set, okay, it gives you your entry, okay? It's telling you what your entry is. So when y'all see a trade idea, this is where we get our entries and everything from, okay? We'll send you a screenshot or whatever, say, hey, take this trade. This is where we get our things from, okay? So we'll say entry, okay? And we'll have the entry for you. The entry will say, okay, your price entry, it'll say like market execution at the top, and then it'll say price entry, right? So then it'll give you your entry right here, 9190.802. That'll be your entry. Then it'll say TP1. Okay, so then you'll take it'll give you your price entry for TP1, and then it'll give you your stop loss. Okay, your stop loss will be 190562. It'll give you all these, right? Your profit level will be 191734. All of that will be right here on your long tool if you're looking for a buy. Okay, so all the information is right here when you are looking to take your own trades. Just to let y'all know, if y'all ever have any issues, if you don't want to use the Fibonacci tool, you can always use the long tool. So I'm giving y'all options, just letting you know. If you don't want to use Fibonacci, if you don't want to sit there and mark up your chart and put all the lines in your chart to say TP1, TP2, listen, you can always use the long tool. It's going to give you everything. Now, if you use the Fibonacci tool, draw your lines out. All your pricing is going to be to the right-hand side, okay? Just like this line. Your entry is going to be right here, the 190405. That's going to be your entries, your lines, your stop loss, whatever color you color your stuff, it's going to be to the right-hand side. Your pricing, your entries are going to be to the right-hand side, okay? So I'm just letting you guys know. It's up to you and what you choose to do. It's
The
T.
profit level, the
Go
profit
ahead.
level is it TP? It's gonna be TP1.
Yes, that's correct.
So
Now
that's
you
just
have to go
TP1.
to, it only gives you TP1 for the longs, okay? So you would have to find your TP2 on your own,
Okay.
okay? Now, I
Right.
would highly suggest using the Fibonacci tool because you can choose your TP1, TP2, TP3, okay? I
Okay.
love the Fibonacci tool. Like I say, it gives you can literally choose TP1, TP2, TP3, or if you just want to focus on TP1, you could choose TP1. It's solely up to you and how far you're willing to go up or down. Okay. Always stick to the red when it comes to keep your stop losses on the Fibonacci tool. I will say that. Always stick to the red when it comes to your Fibonacci tools. For stop loss. Okay, now I wanted to talk about liquidity. Okay, so we're going to turn our BAS block on. we're going to turn off our order blocks for a second. And we're going to turn on our liquidity. Okay. So like y'all know that my chart is catered to, y'all know my chart is catered to let me not take that off. Let me keep that demand up there. Do I really need it? We're gonna keep those and we're gonna take our demand, our buys off real quick, okay? Our liquidity. This gonna blow your mind, promise you. Okay, so our liquidity, we have, okay, so y'all know on my chart, all right? So this gonna blow your mind just a little bit, just a little bit. On my chart, bullish, my bullish candles, okay? So don't even look at the colors on here. My bullish candles are white, okay? My bullish candles are white. Okay, actually, let me just do it the right way so y'all can see what I'm about to do, what I'm saying. So we're gonna change this to bullish, how they are. Bullish and then bearish. Okay, bullish candles are white, bearish candles are orange. Okay, boom, bam. All right, let me see. What time block? Okay, I have it for the 1 hour. So then I drop 1, 2, 3 down to the 5 minute, and we get to see the liquidity. Okay, so when you see, let's widen this up a little bit. Let's zoom in. When you guys see the buy side liquidity and then the sell side liquidity, right? The buy side, the bullish, the buy side liquidity. When you see a buy side liquidity, that means they're selling. So when the buyers are here, they're pushing the market down, okay? You're looking for it to sell when you see buy side liquidity. All the buyers are right here. They're pushing the market down to sell, okay? That means there's nothing left to buy. Now you get ready to sell, okay? The banks are pushing the market down to sell, right? When you see sell side liquidity, okay, all the sellers are right here and they're about to push the market up to buy because they've literally sold everything off. There's nothing else. There's nothing else to get. So now you have to buy everything in order for them to get back up here and sell, right? Okay. That's the name of the game, buy and sell. Typically, my brain works off of colors. I told y'all that. So I have two. My brain says, when it says sell, my brain does not think to buy because this is orange. Okay. When I see buy liquidity, my brain does not think to sell. My brain thinks to buy. So I have to change these colors. Does that make sense? Type 3 in the chat if that makes sense. Get some threes in the chat if that makes sense. Yes, it makes sense. Okay, so I don't want y'all to like, yeah. I may be a little bit dyslexic. I don't know. But say it one more time. I'll say it one more again. One more again. Okay, I'll say it one more again. I'll say it one more time. I got y'all. Because I don't know why my brain does that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I'm like this. Okay, one more again. So when you have buy side liquidity, okay, you are looking to sell. All right, the market is telling you to sell. Buy side liquidity. Anytime you see buy side liquidity, hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can find y'all a good one. Boom, right here. This is a nice one. Buy side, you have buy side liquidity right here, and you have the buy liquidity pool. Okay, this is like letting you know, like this is gonna be a continuation. Okay, this is letting you know, like, listen, we're supposed to be selling right here. Okay, when you have a buy side liquidity pool, this means we're going to sell. Okay? We're looking to sell. This liquidity pool, we're looking to sell. Okay? The market sells off. Boom, sells, right? It sells off. And you have a sell side liquidity. And so when you see sell side liquidity, that means the sellers are right here and they're going to push the market up. Okay? You push the market up, and then you have another buy side liquidity. Okay? Means the buyers are right here. They're looking to sell. Okay? Now, like I said before, my candles, the white means buy, and that's just what it is. But when you have the buy side liquidity and it means sell, it messes me up personally. Okay. And then when you have sell side liquidity and that means buy, it messes me up because it's the sell side liquidity and it's telling you to buy, but it's orange. It messes me up. All right. So I personally, I have to change my colors. Okay. That don't mean you have to do it because on your screen, I'm sure they're red and green. Okay. So on your screen, they're going to be, your sell side is going to be red and your buy side is going to be green. Okay. And on your buy side, it's going to be telling you to sell. And on your sell side, it's going to be telling you to buy. Okay. That's how it is. That's just how it's made up. So there's a way that you can do it, but the way I have to do it is I have to change my colors. Okay. I haven't done it yet. I just let them be. Okay. I'm just letting y'all know that when you get to the liquidity, it's going to be different. Okay. It's going to be different, but I'm going to teach you guys how it's presented because I don't want y'all to be confused because I have to change my colors. So when y'all see my charts next time, that sell side is going to be white. Okay. And that buy side is going to be orange the next time y'all see my chart. Okay. Because in my mind, I need to understand what I'm doing. The buy side, I need to know that I'm selling. And the sell side, I need to know that I'm buying. Okay. I'm just letting y'all know. Are y'all with me? Are y'all tracking? Are y'all picking up when I'm putting down? Okay. So when y'all turn on this liquidity feature on the BAS indicator, okay, you pretty much don't even need to mark up your charts anymore. That's how easy it is. It takes away all the hard work we just been doing. Okay. But you need to know how to mark up your charts in case the BAS block doesn't work for a day or two. Okay. Or you have a malfunction or whatever. Okay. You need to know how to mark up your charts. That's why we have to go through this. All right. Just letting you know. Just letting you know. All right. So let me show y'all. So all this we did all this buy, all this extra stuff, right? The sell side is basically, I want to show y'all. Okay, this is a good example. We have the sell side liquidity that lets you know you're about to be buying. Okay. When you have a sell side liquidity and you pretty much you buy. Okay. So you could put we could just go ahead and put that demand zone right there. Not even. We're going to put a long position right there. We're going to put a long position right here. And then we're just going to drag it up. Let's go drag it up to wherever we feel like. Hold on, let me see. Previous. Yeah, somebody could have actually, it was right here. Yeah, somebody could have literally drag it to right here. Once you have a sell side liquidity, once that pops up, you take it until the previous candle. Okay? That's like 72 pips right there. The previous candle was right, yeah, right there. Okay. Now, the crazy thing is, that's like 72 pips you could have got. However, when you see this right here, a liquidity, buy side liquidity, and it has um, the white box, that lets you know that this is actually going to continue to go upward. Okay, so you have a buy side liquidity, so it's not necessarily going to sell off. Okay, it's going to pretty much give you a pullback for another push up. Okay, so when you see these, it's not like another drop. Consider this a pullback for another entry. Okay, only when it's a buy side liquidity box. You don't always get a buy side liquidity box. When it's a regular buy side liquidity, you're looking to sell. Okay, but when it's a buy side liquidity box, this is going to be a continuation for a buy. Okay, so when you see, that means do not sell off. Do not get in this expecting to sell all the way down. Okay, wait for the next sell side. When you get another sell side, get in for your buy. That is your pull. Like I said, that would be your pullback box. Obviously, the market's in an uptrend. Okay, it gives you that box to let you know, oh, we're finna pull back. So you're waiting. You wait for your sell side liquidity to pop back up to get into your buy. Okay, this is a buy zone. So we're gonna put a white line right there to tell you to buy. Buy millionaire right there, right? Okay. Once again, listen, you can put, no, we're not gonna do or you could, if you wanted to. You could run the fib on the sell side liquidity. You could do that. You could run the fib. You could run the fib, okay? Now, you could run a fib to right there because that's the last place. That's the last top of the range that you know of. Okay, that's the last top of the range that you know of. You don't know anything else. Okay, so you can run the fib. If you don't want to get in right here, you can say, you know what? I'm gonna just run the fib. I know I could put a line right here. I'm gonna run the fib and I'm gonna see what's up. Okay, run the fib. Put your fib right there. You can say, I'm gonna take this until whenever. Run I actually run it like this. Here we go. Put your stop loss in between those two. Just like that. And then count up how many pips you want to make for the day. So if you are a 100 pipper like me, oh yeah, that's perfect. That wick, oh yeah, that's perfect. That's a 101. We get it at 100. 100 pips. 100 pips out. Yeah, that's it right there. You take it for 100 pips out. If you would have got in on that liquidity, that sell side liquidity, that buy, your buy entry, 100 pips out, you be in profit. No questions asked. Now, I mean, if you were big and bad, big and bold, and you wanted to hold it and take it all the way out to our supply zone like normal, man, that's a lot of pips. That's gotta be a thou wow. It's not even counting it all the way. It won't extend it, but hold on, let me see. It's saying 152, but I don't believe it. Anywho, that's a lot of pippage. A lot of potential. Yeah, I don't think that this is I don't know why it's not extending. However, like I said, if you took this from here all the way. Man, I'm telling you, the future's bright. Because obviously it would have hit. It would have hit. Let me see what y'all are saying in. I can't find my chat box. So I don't know if y'all are speaking or not speaking in the chat. Okay, there we go. How you do the long position in the sell side liquidity. Got you. I did this. Yeah, let me delete it. This is my long tool. Favorite. This right here. Take the long tool. And let me scroll down. Hold on, let me scroll down. And I put it directly on that line because that's my buy line. Or I could actually put it on this buy line and then move my stop loss. Move my stop loss to right here to this line. That's how I did it. Move my stop loss to that line. And then I could expand this to my supply. Is this making sense to everybody? I need to know. Make this smaller so y'all can see. There we go. Make it smaller. Let me tell you, that's not the right one. Did I turn my indicator off or did I delete my indicator? What is happening? That's wild. I guess I did. See, okay, this is the real indicator and this is how the liquidity is looking. But for that particular one, I just messed this all up. There we go. For that particular one, that's where I took the entry at because the sell side liquidity was right here. So if you want to take it at that sell side liquidity, you're more than welcome to do so. And it'll look just like that. Let me delete this one. It'll look just like that, and you'll be in plenty of profit, okay? I do not recommend taking it all the way to the supply unless you want to. Unless you want to go through all those emotions, okay? I am a get in and out girl, okay? I get in, I get my 50 pips, get it, and get out. And I find another setup, okay? Of course, I have a great lot size. Of course, that is my thing. I have a hefty lot size. I get in, get my 50 pips, 50 to 100 pips, okay? And then after that, I'm done. So, but like I say, liquidity, when you are looking for a sell side liquidity, write this down. Sell side liquidity, you're looking to buy. When you are looking for a buy side liquidity, you're looking to sell. And this is only on, you can change it. So the 15-minute and the 1 hour are the most effective timeframes for the liquidity timeframes. Okay. That's the 5-minute we were looking at. The 15-minute is really, yeah, I know the 15-minute. So we mark up our chart on the 15-minute for the entries. It's perfect. It is perfect on the 15-minute. So we don't have to do a whole lot of work. We just find a nice buy or sell on the 15-minute and rock it out. Okay. The market is doing exactly what I said it was going to do. Remember earlier, I said it's going to come down to go back up. It's doing exactly what I said it was going to do. Okay. It's coming down It's giving you a sell side. So we know when the market reaches here to 190.786, you need to be buying. All right. GBP, JPY. When the market hits 190.786, you need to be buying. That'd be a buy zone. And that's a fact. Okay. All right. So once again, when I said that there is a liquidity, a buy side liquidity, this is a continuation. This is a pullback zone. Okay. Yes, the market is going to sell, but it's just a brief pullback for you to get another entry. Once there is a buy side liquidity with a box, because it's not always a box. Like right here, there is no buy side liquidity box. It's just a buy side liquidity with a line. When there's a buy side liquidity with a box, that is your pullback. It's going to give you a sell side liquidity after that. That is your pullback, okay? Be looking for the sell side liquidity after the buy side liquidity box. Once you get the sell side liquidity, that is your pullback entry for your buy. That means you need to be taking that. That is how you use your liquidity on the BAZ indicator. I done gave y'all some game today, man. I done gave y'all some gems today. Okay. Miss Carol, can we look at gold? Yes, real quick, because I'm gonna let y'all know my brother is gonna get on. Oh, well, y'all can tune into him at any time. Let me go ahead and drop down to commodities. Gold. Oh, gold is piping up. And it's not gonna come back down. Gold is looking good. Gold is looking real good. We're gonna turn the BAZ block off. We're gonna turn it off. We're gonna turn this off real quick. We're gonna keep going because yeah, I don't have nothing else to do, and they can have the way our Zoom is set up is they can do whatever they want to do. I'm telling you, pretty soon we're gonna have live trade sessions. Like y'all really gonna be like trading with me, and we're gonna be making money on together. Pretty soon, that's how that's gonna be. Pretty soon. We're just trying to get our streaming together. That's really the issue. Okay, let me get back to trading view. All right, like I say, what we do, this is how I mark up my charts every day. I don't mark them up every day, but more like every other day. And yes, I mark up my charts. I don't always use the BAS indicator. Um, I just do what I know. I do what I know, and I stick to it. Okay, stick to that. Because that's what has been getting me paid. But I'm open to learning new things and teaching new things because honestly, the BAS indicator, like technology is improving and the BAS indicator is fire. Like if I would have known about the BAS indicator when I first started, if they had like AI when I first started, oh, I'd definitely be a millionaire by now. They say work smarter, not harder, and that's definitely a cheat code. Absolute cheat code. This is nice. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Y'all see this? Y'all see, like, I don't know if y'all check my M's and W's, but I see a nice W. It's about to boom. It's about to just take off. Oh, that's gonna be nice. It's definitely gonna take off. Hmm. Yeah, it's gonna take off. Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking real good. The lowest that it's come to is here. Let's grab our fib. We know we're looking for the buy, so we go from the bottom to the top. And I'm not gonna go all the way up. I'm just gonna go right here because this is the top. It hasn't gone past here. Okay. So when I say top, I just mean the very top of the previous top. This is the previous top. Okay. You can't go past here because it hasn't gone anywhere. There's no previous high. The previous high is up here. Or the previous high. But the most recent high is right here. Okay. So that's the furthest you can go, is right here. That's where it's at. Okay. So it's already kind of taken off. It ain't left us though. It has not left us. So this is our buy zone. Buy. This is our buy. Boom. That's our buy. TP1, that could be TP1. And this could be TP2. It's just gonna keep going though. It's gonna keep going. Once it take off, it's gonna keep going. So I'm not even gonna put a TP on it because this thing is, I think it's gonna come down to come back up, honestly. It hasn't taken off yet. It ain't take off yet. Let me look at it in 1 hour. Oh yeah, it's gonna push down. Y'all see that candle? That's a rejection candle right there. It's gonna come down some more. It's gonna come down a little bit more. And once it come back down to here, that's when you'll press that buy button. Right? Let's see. Let's turn on our, let's turn our liquidity off. And let's turn on our BAS block. Our order block. Let's see what our order blocks look like. Oh yeah. It's gonna give us some resistance before we take off. Yeah. See, I told y'all, it's not gonna take off yet. This is all sale. This is sale right here. Breaker block, sale. Sale. It's giving us downward momentum. Downward. As of right now, it's pushing down to come up. By in the morning, all this gonna turn green. It's gonna come down for right now, but it's gonna turn green. Everything's gonna turn around. Last week, it was selling though. Last week, last week it did the fool. Last week, y'all see all that? Last week it just dropped. All that. It was just falling last week. So y'all know what that means. When it falls, when it come down, it must go back up. So it's preparing to go back up. But it ain't quite done falling yet. It's still giving you M's. Not too many W's. All right. So it's still pushing down. That's a rejection counter. Y'all see it? It's still pushing down. It doesn't have any upward momentum as of right now. So it's still coming down. So let it finish coming on down. It's still coming on down. Let's drop down to the little, see, we still got little baby candles. Y'all see that, y'all see it's an order block right here where our buy is. So let it come on down to our buy. Let it get some momentum, some upward momentum. All right. Let it get a good push up. Yeah, let it get some, it has to get some good momentum. Let it build up. That's all it needs. So we're gonna be patient. We're gonna wait for the setup. We're gonna wait for it to build up to our buy momentum. Let me go to the 15-minute and we're going to also look at our liquidity. That way we can see. Also, so gold, it doesn't move until the banks are open. The US banks, that is. So once in the morning, in the early morning, when the banks are open, talking about early morning, like pre-market, you'll be able to see. Let's turn our sessions back on. You'll be able to see everything. Let's turn our order blocks off. And let's turn our liquidity back on. Let's see. On the 15-minute, I think I had it on the 1 hour. Yeah, it's on the 1 hour. Okay. Yeah, we got some sell side liquidity. Yep, right here. And our demand zone. It's perfect. So our demand zone and our buy millionaire are lined up with sell side liquidity, previous sell side liquidity. So they're perfect. They are perfect. They go hand in hand. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see it? Do I need to zoom in so I can see? All right. So we have our sell side liquidity right here. And we have sell side liquidity right here. Our buy millionaire. So pre-market. And this is our US market. So pre-market in our New York session. Yeah. We're gonna be looking to buy. So we're gonna let it come on down. Y'all see that? Give me some zeros, man. Give me some zeros. News this week going to send us to the, yep. No lie, gold is the truth. Gold, you can definitely, I encourage everybody to take the buy on gold this week. Take it. Take it. I need y'all to take it. Let me see. My good sis text me. My good sis J McGee text me because, baby. Okay. Listen, I need y'all to do me a favor. I need y'all to do me a favor. I need y'all to go to my Instagram. Go to J McGee's Instagram. J McGee's Instagram is J McGee Official. J McGee Official. My Instagram is Trader Zoe FX. And we need y'all to run up the comments for us. Okay? Run up the comments for us. Please. Please, please, please. Trader Zoe FX. I'm gonna type it in the chat. Wow. That's also my YouTube. Run it. It's up for your girl. But listen, my bro, Jason McGee, is about to have a psychology call. Y'all know how I feel about psychology. You have to have the correct psychology in order to be successful within these markets. Y'all know how I feel about that. So I ask that y'all tap in with my guy. I ask that y'all tap in, y'all tap in, y'all tap in. Tap in with him. And let me see. Can y'all still see my screen? I hope not. I think I stopped sharing it.
Nah, we don't see it.
Okay, cool. That's good. I was just making sure. I was just making sure. But listen, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna conclude. This Sunday Fun Day, man. It's been real. I thank y'all for tapping in. I thank y'all for rocking with me. We didn't had a time on this here Zoom today. But I hope that I answered majority of those questions. I hope that y'all learned something new on this Sunday Fun Day. listen, we back. Sunday Fun Day, we rocking again. Okay. So every Sunday, and I'm also, listen, 7 just gave me the schedule yesterday. So I'm adding another day to the schedule. So it won't be Sunday Fun Day, but it will be Basics with Lenzo. So y'all be looking out for me to drop another day in the week. Okay. It may be early, it may be late. Also, I will be, favor, you may like this. I'm gonna work something out. I'm gonna get with Dr. Sam as well and get with a schedule for the London folks. Because I understand that y'all don't have an educator, for y'all sessions. I know that my guy, what's his name? My guy that does a London session, he has been holding it down. However, he needs a little bit more help. So we're gonna come together. We're all attempting to figure out what the London session can be like for educators and basic wise. So we're attempting to figure that out for you guys. But also, like I said, I'm adding another day for basics so that we can all mesh together. So listen, we're working on it. We're working on schedules and adding me extra days so I can get in. Y'all don't have to just see me one time. Y'all can see me multiple times. But thank y'all so much for tapping in with me. Like I said, this concludes Sunday Fun Day. You feel me? I hope y'all had a good time. I'll see y'all next week or in a couple of days. We'll see. We'll see. But I love y'all
Thank you
so
so
much.
much, Lenzo. It was such an amazing class. Thank
Thank
you.
y'all. Thank y'all for having me. And if I have questions, reach out to me and I'll see y'all next week.